Hey, what did the dad buffalo say to his kid when he left for school?
What?
Bye, son.
First and foremost, you know the name. We came to break the
All right, welcome to First and Four, the podcast where father and his firstborn break down America's four biggest sports: football, basketball, baseball, and hockey. Let's get right into it. We will start with some of the just wrap up March Madness here. The Final Four, we were kind of just talking right before the show. Seems like just about forever ago. We'll kind of touch there and then get into the championship game a little bit for our Buffalo talk here. So, yeah, I guess just the Final Four going back. UConn and Illinois, a little bit closer of a game. Seemed like UConn, I think, was in control.
Yeah.
I think most of the game, like, it was obviously much closer than the other game, but it still didn't really feel like UConn was going to lose.
Yeah, and neither team really shot the ball well. Illinois, they hadn't shot the ball well really most of the tournament. They didn't shoot great against Iowa either, but they just dominated inside. I think UConn just had more of a inside presence that Illinois just really couldn't get anything going down low. But much closer game than the other side of the Final Four, where Michigan just seemed to dominate. I mean, I was totally shocked by that one.
Absolutely, yeah. I just, like, for all the talk leading up that, like, that was the championship game over on that side, it
Didn't feel like
close. No, not at all. So that was just crazy. I think seeing the margin of victory, and I didn't see much of that game either, obviously, but to check the score kind of late in the game and be like, oh my gosh, not even close.
What did Michigan, wasn't it 5 straight games that they had scored? Was it every game in the tournament they had scored 90 points?
90 points up until
the championship? Yeah. Which is just crazy, the way that they were scoring.
I know.
Every single game. And against Arizona, too, who's a very good team defensively, too, and they just picked them apart. And, again, it wasn't really a three-point shot that was killing them. They just bullied them down low, and it was, pretty much did whatever they wanted to do, scoring at will for that game. Yeah, it was very impressive.
It definitely was. I was trying to see where Michigan's, because I think they were trying to go for the record in that championship game of, like, points scored throughout the whole tournament. Yeah, I don't know how close they actually were, but I think they were, like, getting there. They didn't break it. It's that Loyola Marymount 1990. Yeah, 1990, 149 points against Michigan, actually. So I don't think they got there, but I don't know what they had. Anyway.
They scored a lot of points.
Oh, that's a single game. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, that was a single game, because that was
the
one.
I was like, that's not very many points.
Yeah, and that was the team, I think, against UNLV that they both scored in the 100.
All right, well, I'll look while we talk about the championship game. But, yeah, just not even close.
No, but the championship game
was close.
Was good.
Great game.
Very good teams.
Another thing where I felt like Michigan was in control.
Yeah.
I actually said to somebody, it was 29-25. Michigan got up. They hit a 3, I want to say, going down. And I think I turned to someone and said, I don't think UConn's going to lead again. And they did not. It was pretty back and forth there for quite a while in the first half. And then Michigan just got in rhythm and, again, never really pulled away, but they stayed in stride and they got it done.
Well, yeah, but like you said, they just seemed in control most of the game. Didn't really, pull ahead too far, but it never really felt like it was going to get out of hand for them. I think game plan for UConn seemed to work pretty well. Like, we just talked about Michigan scoring a lot. They kept them pretty well in control, slowed the game down to only allow Michigan to get 69 points, I think was a great defensive effort by UConn. And again, great game plan on their end. It just, wasn't enough. And I think that's the thing about Michigan this year is like the way they were able to adapt and evolve from game to game, depending on what they needed. I mean, they were able to just get up and down against Arizona and score at will. Against UConn, they shut them down a little bit, but it didn't really affect them, right? They were able to kind of adjust. And, you look at Dusty May from a coaching standpoint, he had those guys ready for whatever game, whatever was thrown at them. Hurley obviously is a great coach and had his team prepared too. Not Hurley's best team that he's had over the last 4 years. 3 out of 4 finals now that they've been in, and probably the least talented team to get there. But
still got him.
He had them ready.
It's pretty impressive.
Yeah, and so a great win by Michigan again. I think just the ability to adapt. You look at Mara in the Final Four game against Arizona, just kind of took over and dominated. He didn't really do a whole lot in the championship game, but he didn't have to because, other people were stepping up for him.
Mm-hmm.
Lendeborg, same kind of thing, like didn't score a whole lot in the first half.
He was hurt coming in.
And he was, yeah. So it was good actually that he got to play, but, had a little better second half, I think, than he did in the first half.
Mm.
And again, I think it's great to see the Big Ten on top.
Yeah,
it definitely
is. Yeah. It's been a while. For sure, fun to see the Big Ten win again. I would have had a hard time rooting for Illinois, I think, but I still probably would have.
Yeah.
Just to see the Big Ten do it. Obviously, I think people are throwing around the fact a lot that Michigan's entire starting five was transfers. Talking about, college basketball is ruined. I don't know. Like, it's a lot different, yes, and hopefully something gets done about it. But I don't know. That's just all people that can't go out and buy a team.
Yeah, well, and I think there were plenty of teams that spent more than Michigan.
There were
Kentucky that bowed out in the second round, and so I mean, this is kind of the landscape of college basketball now. Like, yes, they did go out; they got guys in the transfer portal. That's what their team was made up of. But you look at like the coaching transfer or the coach turnover that they had also, and like having to rebuild a team. That's the way that coaches are doing it now, and so I don't like it because I think back to like, the old days of you couldn't just transfer and go anywhere and everywhere every single year. But like, that's the landscape of college basketball now. And so find a way to make it work for you. I don't complaining about, this is just what they did. Well, like that's,
any team can do that.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with them. It's not against the rules. It's within all the rules of college basketball. They're doing it more effectively. People are complaining because they don't like it because they won, but like, whatever. At the end of the day,
it is. Yeah, exactly. If it was your team, you wouldn't be complaining, and so I don't.
Not at all. No. Yeah. I mean, I like the fact that Purdue again had seniors that had stayed there for years. I enjoy that about that team, but would I complain? Yeah, if Purdue had guys that transferred in and we won a championship. No, no, exactly. I would not be complaining at all. I don't fault them, at all for that. So.
Yeah, and it'll be interesting to see going forward for sure, what they do. Trump's got the executive order he signed. Looks like he's trying to limit some of the transferring, and at least maybe the direction is towards there being some regulations, which I think would be awesome. Again, for now, that is the rule. So.
Yeah, I mean, I do think it's kind of ridiculous to see guys transferring year to year to year.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been seeing obviously the portal opened up now. There are guys that have played at 4 and 5 different schools, every single year. Cam Heidi's one that's in the transfer portal again. That was at Purdue his freshman year, went to Texas. He's in the portal again in his third year. And it's like, it's kind of frustrating again. But on the flip side of that, it's like if this guy is not going to end up playing professional basketball and he can make all his money in college, and this is
true, yeah.
Why am I going to fault him that he's going to do that? Go get his now, and you know what? More power to him until there's an executive order or somebody steps in to actually make some policies to regulate it a little bit more. But when it's the Wild West now, go get it.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't know if I've said it on here before, but I think personally, like the best fix that I've heard maybe is like one free transfer, and then look, if your coach gets fired or something, then players can transfer out too, because that is a big change.
It is, yeah.
But otherwise, the one free one, and that's it, without having to sit out a year like you used to have to.
Yeah, I would like that, but somebody's got to step in and make that.
Yes, exactly. So we'll see what happens, see if it ever gets there.
Yeah, but so Michigan should have a few guys back next year. I think Cadeau will be back, right?
Yes, he's for sure back. Announced that. Lindeborg is gone. Morris Johnson will be back. Yep, yeah. I'm like trying to think. Mara
He might not be, right?
Yeah,
think
I
they got
actually don't know.
They got a transfer in from Tennessee. I think I saw the other day.
The big guy, yeah.
Yeah.
I forget his name, but
Yeah,
I remember watching him. He's awesome.
transferring in.
So we'll see with Mara, and then who else starts that we're forgetting?
There is one more.
McKinney's out there. Does he start?
He
I
might be a
actually can't
six. He
remember.
might be a six
man.
Yeah, they got 9 starters at Michigan. Right?
Yeah,
So.
I know.
Yeah, but I think McKinney's coming back.
Yeah.
So they'll have a few, again, kind of core guys from this team. And again, I think you plug in with the portal with, additional people, they're going to be a tough team.
Yeah,
no, I mean, anytime
Dusty May, yeah, he's still going to be there. So
yeah, he's going to make him good. But,
definitely.
But Big Ten dominating the sports world, right?
Yeah.
Football, now basketball.
It's great
on the women's side as well.
Big Ten also, yeah. UCLA.
Big Ten, UCLA won that one. Baseball, actually, men's baseball right now. UCLA is number 1. So
I actually didn't know that.
UCLA, great Big Ten.
That's good.
School.
Yeah, good addition to the conference.
Conference of Champions apparently now. So
yeah, exactly.
So yeah, it's kind of, I do like seeing the Big Ten on top.
I agree.
I don't. It's interesting if this were the SEC. I can imagine what ESPN would be running all over the place with.
No, there would be
things going on with the SEC.
That's exactly. So it goes.
Yeah, I love seeing the Big Ten dominate.
I agree.
So, yeah.
Okay. Well, then I think that's about it. Again, like I kind of said, it's been days since then, so we don't want to spend too much time.
Yeah.
But let's go on to our Buffalo talk now. You've got your sweatshirt on.
Yeah, I love this. This is one of the most comfortable sweatshirts. I think
it's a very nice looking sweatshirt.
It's very nice.
And I think I've got to get some Sabres gear too. I'm looking around for a t-shirt. So I'm gonna grab a shirt maybe for the Stanley Cup.
You got to get ready for the playoffs.
Yeah, exactly. Or for the playoffs. That's what I meant. Stanley Cup playoffs.
Yeah.
Because that'll be going on for a while. So I'll pull it out one of these episodes.
That'll be great.
Yeah, exactly. But I think so. You had a lot more facts about just the city of Buffalo in general than I did. So we'll start off with some of that, and then just kind of give some facts back and forth about the team.
Yeah, I just thought it'd be fun. We're going to talk about the sports side also, but having now a new team to root for and cheer for, figured we should learn a little bit about the city too, and what's the city of Buffalo known for. So I did a little bit of research here on Buffalo, and I guess the interesting thing is there's no real set how did they get their name, the city of Buffalo.
Mm-hmm.
There's a couple different speculations, I guess, of how it came about. One of them, so obviously being close to Canada, there's a big French influence, and one of the things I read about said that it could come from the French word or words "beau fleuve." I don't know if I'm saying that right. Beau fleuve. Yeah.
Totally.
Which means beautiful river, which I guess would be in reference to the Niagara River that runs right down through there. So Beau fleuve, which would almost sound like Buffalo. The other one could be from a local man from the Seneca Native American tribe. So that one seems to make a little more sense, but it could be a combination of both. Could be something that talk about the beautiful river. There's that guy. Who knows? So I don't really know where the city of Buffalo gets its name.
Interesting. Okay.
But that's kind of interesting. And then the nickname, the Queen City, which I hadn't really heard it called the Queen Call it before.
I haven't either. Maybe
but anyway,
they call it that there.
They call it that because New York City is like the king city, the big city, and then Buffalo is like the second city there in New York. So it's the Queen City. So I thought that was kind of interesting.
Yeah.
A couple big historic moments happened in Buffalo. Theodore Roosevelt was actually sworn into office there when McKinley was shot. So the inauguration actually happened at the Wilcox Mansion, now a museum in the city. So that's kind of interesting that happened in Buffalo. And the British, burned down Buffalo at the end of 1813. Only 3 buildings were left. I thought this was interesting. One of those was the jail. So they actually still had the prison there. Which,
that's good. Good thing they kept all the prisoners.
Kept the prisoners there. I don't know if they escaped or not, but that was left over. So I kind of grouped these. So architecture, some of the buildings, city first, stuff like that. So since Niagara Falls is so close to the city of Buffalo, they actually were the first city, I think, in the U.S. to have widespread street lamps in 1886. So they used the water, obviously, to power everything, and so they had widespread street lamps. The Elcott Square building on Main Street actually was the largest office building in the world back in 1896. Been surpassed, obviously, many times since then. Yeah, so that was very interesting. And then Anna Edson Taylor, she was the first person to go over Niagara Falls in a barrel and survive in 1901. So
I have heard that one.
I don't suggest trying that.
No, I don't think so.
I think there have been quite a few people that have tried.
Really?
But she actually lived to tell about it. So that was kind of interesting.
What do you think it's like deciding you're going to do that?
You got to be crazy. I don't know. Yeah. Why these people are like, yeah, I think that sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, exactly.
Promotion. And I mean, like, nobody's heard of Anna Edison Taylor.
Nope. Didn't know that was her name. I knew
Edson.
somebody did it.
Yeah, exactly. But who would have known that was her? I've already forgotten her name. Okay. So kind of weird things, odd rules and laws. So lots of snow up there in Buffalo, right? They get feet and feet of snow with the lake effect that they have coming off of Lake Erie. But it is illegal to throw a snowball intentionally at someone's head.
Really?
In Buffalo.
That's lame.
So if you're over there and you get a snowball fight or you're at a football game, don't throw it at somebody's head.
Huh. Anywhere else is fine.
Anywhere else is fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Fair
Just not the
game.
head.
Anywhere, just don't throw it at the head. I think it had something to do with, because I looked that up too, and it had something to do with, you can actually get charged with murder. Like if it does like really like injure somebody, then you can get a felony charge. But I don't think if kids are messing around, it's going to happen. But
probably
you never know. Also, you can get fined $25 for flirting in public in the Buffalo streets. So that's kind of interesting. So don't do that either. It's, kind of on the same lines of flirting, woman wearing body-hugging clothing, such as yoga pants, is technically breaking the law. Now, I don't think they're going to do anything about that, but don't flirt with that lady, and lady, don't wear leggings in Buffalo, or you never know what's going to happen there.
Interesting.
So those are some of the fun facts as far as odd rules. The other, I guess I'll get into some of the weather. It's weather related, so we're talking about snow. Snow's a lot there. Okay. But they actually have never had a triple-digit temperature recorded in Buffalo. The highest temperature ever recorded was in August of 1948, 99 degrees. Never been triple digits in Buffalo. So
it's actually pretty crazy.
If you like cold weather, go to Buffalo. So I guess hockey-wise, perfect.
True.
We'll be rooting on the Sabres
here. They haven't been any better, I guess.
That's right. Let's see. What else we got? Oh, of course, Buffalo wings, right?
Yeah.
So they are the home of the, that's how we get the Buffalo wing.
Is it really? I didn't know that's where it came from.
So the Buffalo wing actually was from
Buffalo,
which is why it's called the Buffalo
So I
wing.
actually have exactly one Buffalo fact.
Okay.
There's exactly 8 items on a Buffalo Wild Wings menu with the word Buffalo in them. 8 items on a standard one. Now, it's not including like special ones. So like sometimes there could be 10 or 12.
Was Buffalo Wild Wings actually from Buffalo?
I have no idea. Let's find it.
Okay, well, I'll tell you this while you're looking that
research department.
It was not, Buffalo Wild Wings for sure was not the first place to have wings, because the Anchor Bar in Buffalo was home to the original Buffalo wing. And of course, that's now popular across the entire country. And we got a whole restaurant, Buffalo Wild Wings, named after it. So, yeah.
It was founded in 1982. Did not know it was that new. By those two dudes near the Ohio State University campus in Columbus, Ohio.
Oh.
Originally named Buffalo Wild Wings and Weck.
Oh, and Weck, W-E-C-K?
Yeah.
Okay. Beef and Weck. So that's another Buffalo staple. I wonder if those guys were from Buffalo. So Weck, beef of Weck is
so
like
reference the beef on Weck, a popular upstate New York roast beef sandwich.
Yeah, it's like roast beef. Yeah.
So maybe they were, and they went to Ohio State?
Yeah.
That might be it.
I wonder if that's...
I don't know. Interesting.
I wonder if that's why it's called BW3s.
Well, okay, so that's what I was just going to say. That is why it was called BW3.
That's hilarious.
Is that the...
like
trading symbol, or what?
I don't know. We used to always call it BW3.
So B-dubs now, because... Well, I guess.
Yeah. But yeah, BW3 was like the original.
Changed the name, yep.
I didn't realize there was a...
Logo since 2018. It was Weck till 98.
That's really interesting. I don't think I ever knew that.
Yeah.
Learned something new about Buffalo on here.
Exactly.
Cool. So those are the big things, just kind of random facts. I guess from a sports standpoint, and we'll get into the Sabres here in a second, but the Bills, I thought this was interesting. They almost started in Miami.
Really?
So their owner, Ralph Wilson, originally wanted the AFL team to be located in Miami, but they failed to make that happen. And so he ended up actually in Buffalo, New York. So quite a difference going from
Yeah, a little bit.
Miami, Florida to Buffalo, New York. But but they originally were going to be in Miami. So the Sabres, so we're going to talk about them here in a little bit. And obviously the Bills, we talked about not having any Super Bowl wins, right? Sabres, they don't have any Stanley Cup championships either. But the local lacrosse team, the Buffalo Bandits, have actually won 4 league titles. So they're legit. So it's not a total loser city. They do have some winners there.
Lacrosse.
Lacrosse. They're great lacrosse city.
Maybe it's a lacrosse city and not a football city or a hockey city.
Maybe. I don't know.
Knows?
And then I thought this was another fun fact. So Sean McDermott, who's the head football coach of the Buffalo Bills,
not anymore.
He was actually born in Omaha, Nebraska.
Really?
My hometown. So I didn't know that either. But Sean McDermott was born in Omaha, Nebraska.
And now he's going back there.
Yeah. And I think he grew up in Pittsburgh or Philly, somewhere maybe in Pennsylvania. So, But anyways, those are my fun facts about the city of Buffalo. So I got to learn quite a bit about Buffalo and all the fun. And now I know a little more about Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yeah, there you go. Perfect. So. We got to learn as we went.
That's right.
So you're telling me Sean McDermott was born in Nebraska, so he's probably a Nebraska sports fan. Then he went to either Philly or Pittsburgh. He's a fan of one of those teams, potentially, and then the Bills.
Yeah.
It's a lot of rowdy fan bases there.
That's true. That is a lot of rowdy fan bases. I don't think he was in Omaha very long.
Okay. So maybe not so much.
But yeah, but
I don't know.
You're right, though. Those are hardcore.
Those are, for sure.
Hardcore.
When it comes to fan bases, those are some of the more
intense.
I don't even know.
Love their
intense.
Teams.
There you go. All right, so let's just go, I don't know, kind of back and forth maybe with these facts. We'll just see. We'll go while we're still having some fun until we kind of run out of some of these facts.
Okay.
I'm sure we probably got some of the same ones too. All right, in the 1974 NHL draft, fed up with the painfully long process, the Sabres decided to prank everyone by selecting a completely fictitious Japanese player named Taro Sugimoto in the 11th round. They even announced him as a forward from the Tokyo Katanas. The league caught on, but the fake pick became legendary Sabres lore.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so they just picked a fake guy. Somebody on TikTok told me to look at this. He commented on our video. Let's see what his name was.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, so they just picked a completely fake guy because they were annoyed that it took so long.
So what did they end up? So they didn't get any draft pick then for that round? They basically just kind of forfeited that.
No, and I don't know how many rounds there were at that point. Like, I don't think they generally draft anybody that was really worth anything in the 11th round of the NHL draft.
Yeah.
And,
So just like throw it out there and see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that was only their 4th year in existence. Because 1970 is when they were an expansion team.
Alex C.
Okay.
That was who it was.
Thanks.
Yeah, thanks, Alex.
Alex. Yeah,
that's
exactly. Awesome. So I guess so I go back 4 more years to 1970 when they actually became the Buffalo Sabres. Do you know how they got their name?
I do not.
So they actually had a contest, a fan contest, to get their name picked. So they had 11,000 entries, mail-in contest, because, there was no like Google form or, QR code at that time. So mail-in entries, and they ended up with the Sabres. And the interesting thing, so it's spelled Sabres. It's kind of like more of a French Canadian spelling. The saber, like a sword, Saber is the typical English spelling. But they kept kind of the French term there. But
yes, I had that as well, actually.
okay, yeah. So, but it beat out a couple of the other options. So a couple of these other ones I thought were interesting. The mugwumps.
Oh.
Mugwumps.
Almost the
MUG.
mugwumps, huh?
Yeah, MUGW.
What's a mugwump?
WUMPS. I have no idea. Mugwump. And then the other one I thought was kind of fun is the Flying Zeppelins.
Oh.
Would have been a fun one. I don't think the French like that one, though. That's probably a little more
Probably
German. So that one did not win. The Flying Zeppelins
Okay.
were beat out by the Sabres, but and Mugwumps. Can you imagine the Buffalo Mugwumps?
The Buffalo Mugwumps.
I could see where they would not win a Stanley Cup after 50 whatever
No,
years.
definitely not.
But maybe the Flying Zeppelins. I thought that one was kind of fun. So, yeah.
All right. So in 1975, this is one I'm sure you probably have down. Something went down they call the fog game in the Stanley Cup final. So there was zero visibility in the arena due to them not having air conditioning, and it was so cold.
Mm.
And during this fog game, there was a bat that joined in on the action mid-game. It was flying around. Sabres forward Jim Lorentz swatted it out of the air with his stick like it was a slow-moving puck. And so they nicknamed him Batman.
Jim Lawrence, Batman.
Yeah, Batman.
Nice.
I don't know if you knew that was his nickname, but that was his nickname.
I had no idea.
Maybe it
Jim
was just
Lawrence
people
is.
on the team that called him that.
That's awesome.
And it was foggy during the game.
It's really cool.
So kind of two fun facts in one. Actually, I think I had another one about the fog game.
You've got way
Let's
more
see.
fun facts on yours, by the way.
Oh no, yeah. My facts are not, I don't think, as serious as yours. Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, no air conditioning. So it was hot outside. There wasn't air conditioning, and you get that heat off the ice, whatever. Yeah, that's pretty much. I was fine on the other spot.
So 1975, they were in the Stanley Cup. Was that the finals? You're saying?
That also might be wrong. It was the
I don't
playoffs.
know.
It was a game 3 versus Philadelphia. Because I read that too. I can find that out. I don't know.
No, that's right. That's right. So
Okay.
I'm sorry. So I'll do my next fun fact then.
All right, got
Which
it.
is a little more. I like yours a lot better. So mine was they were the franchise the same time the Canucks came in 1970 also. So they're the oldest. The Canucks and Sabres are the two oldest franchises to never win a Stanley Cup.
Okay.
So 1975, like you just said, they were in the Stanley Cup Finals, and then 1999, which was the skate in the crease, game, and so they lost both of those, and that's the longest playoff drought. Or they did have the longest playoff drought. I'm sorry, until this year.
Until this year.
We're back in.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say we from
We.
now on.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. My Buffalo Sabres are back in.
Yes, exactly.
Right.
We've been along for the whole ride. All 14 years? 15 years? However long it's been.
Oh, that they've been. Yeah.
So you're telling me the longest or the oldest franchise without a Stanley Cup is a Canadian team?
Yep.
And a team that's as close to Canada as you can get.
An almost
basically
Canadian team.
shares a city with Canada.
Yes.
Toronto.
Walk across a bridge.
Okay.
No, not
Got
Toronto.
it. Or not Toronto.
It's not. Yeah.
It's what city is it?
I don't know.
It's
I'll look
an
that up
actual city. All right, look that one up.
Yeah.
We're
total experts here.
Yes, on hockey and the Sabres and Canada. All right, in 1996, the Sabres and the Bruins had a morning practice, and there was a brand new Jumbotron in the arena. And I don't know if you remember that one. Was it a game in the Elite 8 or Sweet 16 where the Jumbotron shut off? And they were trying to figure that out for forever. They had the air horn.
Oh yeah.
Houston.
It was
either
Illinois.
Sweet 16 or Elite 8.
Yeah, it was the Illinois game. Iowa. It was Iowa, Illinois, right?
I think so. Yeah.
I think it was Iowa, Illinois, the Elite 8.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
Well, if you thought that was bad, at this practice, the Jumbotron, after the players left, it actually fell down onto the ice. No one was hurt, but they did obviously cancel the game that night. That was a 20-ton Jumbotron that fell down. And like I said, brand new Jumbotron just came crashing down in the arena. So, not great.
That's crazy.
What did the research department find over there? Anything? What was the city?
No, there's not any big city. I mean, Niagara
not?
Falls is right there, which is
I thought there was a city right.
Niagara Falls, St.
I don't know what I was thinking.
Catherine's. I don't know. Yeah, Toronto's not even close. Toronto's over by Detroit, closer to Detroit.
That's what I was thinking. Those two.
Yeah, which is a little further from Detroit, but it's yeah. I mean, I guess you're not wrong. It's across the lake, so Toronto would be up. Yeah, you're right. Toronto's a bit closer even than to Buffalo than it is Detroit. So it's just across Lake Ontario.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, you're right. I guess you
Close-ish.
could take a ferry from across
Yeah.
the lake over
I
to
was
Toronto.
thinking they were a little closer though.
Yeah, there's my Canadian geography.
Perfect.
Had no idea. Okay, yeah. So very close to Toronto.
Okay.
How about that? All right. None of these are as fun as yours. Yeah, these French Canadian guys. I mean, these are the guys that led them to the Stanley Cup. That's not really fun.
We can talk about those guys at some point too.
Yeah.
That's important.
Go back to yours. No, you got more fun
Should I
facts.
keep reading off some of mine?
Yeah.
And then we'll come back to the players.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, during the long playoff drought that's now ended, some fans were bringing inflatable palm trees to cope with the tropical vibes of another lost season. Joking that they were going off to vacation early because the team wasn't making the playoffs.
Nice.
Yeah. So that was awesome.
Yeah.
That was something the fans were doing to try and have fun because it got to the point where it was basically a joke. The Sabres and the Jets actually were going back and forth with that longest active playoff drought of the four main sports we talk about. Because it was like, the Sabres were at 14, and then the NFL season would finish up, and the Jets got to 14. It's like right now I think they're tied, or the Jets are ahead by one. I don't remember how that worked, but it was like sometimes they'd be tied, and sometimes one team would be ahead by one.
Yeah.
Now the Jets are all alone.
Yeah.
But anyway,
another New York team.
Exactly. That state doesn't do so well.
Yeah.
The team once had a player named Chris Drury, and as a prank, while he was sitting out of practice, he swapped all his teammates' car keys onto different key rings. Everyone had to try and figure out what keys open which cars.
That's kind of fun.
That is kind of fun.
I wish I would have read that before. Yeah, that would have been a good one to pull on somebody here a few weeks ago.
What else on yours? Oof. I want to read this one, but I actually don't know how to say the name. Gilbert?
Yep. Perot.
Perot?
We're going to go Perot. I have him too.
Yeah, there's a lot more letters in that last name than it sounds like.
It looks like Peralt, but we're going to just say Perot.
Okay. He was their first draft pick in 1970. He got his jersey number because it came up on a roulette wheel.
Nice.
So that's how he picked his jersey number.
What was his number?
11.
Okay.
He went on to become the all-time leader in goals and points for the franchise.
Nice.
So that's pretty crazy.
All right, number 11.
Quite the way to pick your number.
Yep. He was on a legendary line. I'll just throw this in there with Rene Robert and Rick Martin. I'm going to say Martin because they're all French Canadian.
The French Connection.
There you go. They were the French Connection. So, fifth season, like you said, they led them to the Stanley Cup Finals. The French Connection.
Yes. That line was named after a hit movie called The French Connection because all three of them were actually French Canadian from Quebec.
Yeah.
So they named it after a movie.
Yeah, how about that?
Yeah. And then it actually kind of similar to the Golden Knights early on, they had success. So like they got to the Stanley Cup final in just their fifth season in 1975. They're founded in 1970, as your sweatshirt says. So they had success quick, and then not so much after that.
Yeah.
Golden Crease. That's on there. The Sabertooth is their mascot. Big saber-tooth tiger.
Yep.
7 feet tall, 242 pounds. Saber-tooth tiger. Stands up that high. One of the most imposing mascots in the league. When I did research, yeah, we can talk about that a little bit later too. Did you see their Zamboni?
Yeah, I did.
It's awesome.
That's pretty
They
sweet.
came up with a name for it too. I don't remember
Zamath.
Zamath.
Yeah.
It's really cool. I respect the mammoth branding though. According to the internet, Sabretooth loves chicken wings, playing the drums, and four-wheeling on the ice, and high-fiving fans. I'm not actually sure where that comes from, but that's what it said, so I figured I'd
He
say
plays
it.
the drums?
I guess so.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
That's what they say.
Hmm.
I don't know if that happens at games or what the deal is.
I think they were the ones too at the, or was that the Mammoth that had the, you get a drink with a big long, it looked like a saber tooth kind of thing. That's why maybe I was thinking.
Oh,
it was the
maybe it
Sabres,
was.
but
I don't
think
actually
maybe it is
know.
oh, maybe it's the Sabres. Shoot, I saw that too.
They have retired 9 total numbers, which is quite a few. I don't actually know who has the most. I didn't go that far, but they've retired 9 numbers. So some deep respect for their legends. Good stuff we want to see. They once had an official team dog. It was a Newfoundland. Ooh, I always hate trying to say that. Newfoundland, named Rick, and Rick was succeeded by a golden retriever named Nicky. It was also trained as a service animal because why not have some puppies at hockey?
Yeah.
So yeah, they had some dogs at one point.
You think they got the dog some skates?
I don't know.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of fun to watch.
Let's see a Newfoundland.
Sometimes the dogs don't even like the little shoes. I don't know how they do.
No, yeah, they probably wouldn't do very well on skates. That's true. Yeah, I don't like things on their feet.
All right, that is the end, I think, of my fun facts.
Those are good.
I tried to have some fun with them.
Yeah, I like those ones a lot.
Yes. Okay, so you want to talk a little bit about, I guess, just kind of this season, some of the guys? Is that kind of more what you meant?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, no, that's
okay.
Good. Yep.
Yeah. So Tage Thompson, I think, is the guy.
He's the guy.
He's kind of the headline guy. Yeah. So he's their leading scorer, both goals and points. I guess he's a negative plus minus, which is interesting. It's a stat that I like kind of understand, but it's basketball's got it too. But when I saw -8 plus minus, I was like, oh, that's interesting. But anyway, their leader in goals and points, 14% shooting, which honestly, yeah, pretty great there. But yeah, I don't know what else you got on Tage Thompson.
Yeah, he's 6'6". He's big. I think he was. No, I'm sorry. It's Darlene was their number one choice in 2018. But anyways, yeah, 6'6". He did play for the U.S. team also in the Olympics.
Yes,
and was second in scoring for the U.S. with 3 goals in the 6 games. Yeah, he's a great scorer. So he's a good one. Young.
Yes, he's
so
kind of come out of nowhere almost. Like,
yeah,
I guess not out of nowhere, but like he just wasn't on a lot of people's radars. I think maybe partly because he was playing for the Sabres that like historically haven't had a lot of success, but yeah, he's really coming on.
Great name, Tage.
Yeah.
Tage Thompson sounds like a great hockey name. So
it really, yeah,
he gets hot in the playoffs. I think that's going to be good for the team.
Yeah, I think they can make a deep run.
Yeah,
we
can
make a deep run.
Exactly.
I think the next one on your list too is actually this guy. How do you want to say his first name?
Rasmus Dahlin.
Yeah, sure.
Dahlin. I watched.
You looked this up.
Well, I watched their game last night.
Oh, did you?
I did. I watched them play last night, and it was actually a replay. So I watched, and so Dahlin, he, so like I said, was drafted number 1 overall, 2018. One of the best defensemen in the league. He, I think, is 6th right now in scoring across the league for defensemen. Leads the team in assists and pretty much kind of the quarterback for the power play.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, he's a Norris Trophy level defenseman, so he's going to be nominated potentially for the Norris Trophy as the best defenseman. So he's their captain. So he's a heck of a player.
Yeah, strong leader in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, as I see, you pretty much said everything I've done. So
another great
perfect name. Rasmus. Yep, absolutely. The right wing, another kind of important guy here, Alex
Tuck.
So was he second on the team with the 31 goals?
Yeah, I think he's.
Is that second to Thompson? Yeah, Thompson's got 38. Tuck's got 31. Yep. Mm-hmm. So yeah, pretty consistent guy here, kind of the secondary scoring guy on the team. I don't know. I think your stats go a lot deeper than mine. To be honest.
No, I think. Well, the thing I would say about him is I feel like everybody kind of needs that. Well, we talked about Batman earlier.
Robin.
Batman and Robin. Yeah, you kind of need that Robin, and like, so to go along with Tage Thompson on that front line, you need another good wing, and so I think that's what Tuck gives them, is that other guy there. So you got a two-way guy like Tuck, plays offense, plays good defense too. Yeah, he's a good one to keep an eye on here. So
Yeah, definitely.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Who do you got next? Actually, you
I've
have
got
any
the
more
goalie.
guys? Okay. Yeah.
Before we get to the goalie, you want to talk through some of the other?
Yeah, I have a couple other guys. So this, so Ryan I don't McLeod. That's how you'd say that. It's
Yeah.
EOD.
Yeah, McLeod.
All right, sure. So he's got 40 assists. So he's second on the team in assists to Rasmus.
Yep.
Reliable two-way center here. Some great face-off work that he does, and that's about all I've got for him. But second on the team in the assists, and then yes, so just a reliable guy. I was going to say centerpiece. We're not going to go with that. Since he is a centerpiece. But yes, so he is a great piece of that team as well. Otherwise, I just Josh Doan, right wing. Jack Quinn is another right wing. Then Jason Zucker, left wing.
Jack Quinn, I think he was on the Canadian team.
Yes, yeah, I do remember him playing.
Yeah,
so he's got some speed. He's got 20 goals, so a little bit of secondary scoring there.
Yep.
Yeah, overall, just some more of those guys there.
Dylan Cousins was another one. Owen Power, I think, are a few other ones that just young guys for the team. Kind of their young core.
The internet gave me the team leader in penalty minutes is Peyton Krebs.
Okay.
So good to know. He's a center. Matthias Samuelson led the team plus minus, which again, whatever. But he's got some more stability, some just great play on the defensive side. So he's another defenseman for them.
Yep.
I guess, yeah, you had the goalie. Talk to the goalie.
But yeah, thanks for giving me his name. So Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen. We're going to go with that. Could totally be butchering that, but Finnish goalie. So I believe, being a Finnish goaltender, he's got to be one of Joe's guys, probably. I'm sure one of our listeners will tell us that for sure. But he's been a really good goalie. I think they actually have like 3 goalies they've had in rotation, or they did at the beginning of the season. Now I think they have 2. Mm-hmm. He was not playing in the game that I watched last night. Can't remember the guy who played last night. But anyways, when he has played well, they're dangerous, right? So again, you think about the Stanley Cup playoffs. Buffalo can score. They score a lot. Mm-hmm. If he can get hot in the playoffs, I think they've got a real chance to go far and deep in the playoffs here. So
yeah, definitely.
He's had some pretty big wins, strong performances here in the season. But we'll see what he can do.
Yeah, and I actually, so early on in the season, I had some notes on this, and I actually forgot to put them in this document I'm on right now. But they actually started off pretty poor. They're towards the bottom of the standings. They fired their coach. So they kind of cleaned the house just a little bit. It was starting off pretty poor, and then they are in NHL. Their record in their last 40 games, I got to think about this. They're 32-6-2. I remember the 6-2 part.
Okay.
So 32-6-2 in their last 40. So incredible turnaround. We talked about the Blues kind of, I think, in a similar way. Now, obviously, they went on to win the Stanley Cup, so we'll kind of see what happens.
Yeah, 2019.
Yeah, exactly. They fired their coach. They were dead last in the standings. So Sabres pretty similar. They were towards the bottom. Nobody was looking out for them, and then they completely turned things around.
Yeah.
So that's been incredible.
That's really cool to see. Yeah, that'd be great story if they.
Mm-hmm. They're now top 5 in goals scored. They've got their point differential too is like 66, I want to say. Looking through everything earlier, plus 66. So great defense as well.
Yep.
So they're just playing awesome at the right time too.
Yep.
I feel like I was there was
players. Yeah.
Okay, I was thinking I was coming back to you for something else. I think that's about all I've got too, actually. That's a lot of Buffalo.
Yeah.
Hockey stuff.
Yep.
Learn anything or two. I'll have to watch some games.
Yeah, I think the big thing for them, so they're young heading into the playoffs, so that'll be the challenge, like not a lot of playoff experience. And you think about some of these other teams heading into the playoffs are going to have a lot more. Being a team that hasn't been there in 14, 15 years, that might be tough. But then again, it's kind of like, you got young guys that don't know any different, and they're just going to play free, and so they're going to go out, they're going to have fun, they're just going to be playing hockey. So that may kind of go in their favor as well.
Okay.
Yeah, depending on how things go.
Yeah, no, for sure.
See who they get paired up with and matched up with, and
Agreed.
we'll be cheering them on though. I'm excited.
We will. Yeah, no, I am excited. I'm excited to have a team, a dog still in the fight. You know?
That's right. Yeah,
So
our
it'll be
team
fun.
is out. Our old team is out. Excuse
Now
me.
we got a
Our
new team.
New team is in. Yes, exactly.
Perfect. All right, we will go on then to the 2-minute drill, which is also Buffalo themed. We got a couple questions, 3 questions down here. So first off, best Buffalo food: wings or beef on weck?
Those are beef on weck. So I did have to look up what beef on weck was. I think I've heard of that before.
Yeah, me
But I was
too.
like, what is beef on weck? And
Yeah.
so it does look to me. It looks like Arby's. It looks like an Arby's like roast beef sandwich.
Okay.
And because I think it even said it's like a Kummelweck roll. So it's like a Kaiser roll topped with coarse salt caraway seeds. It looks like the seeds that they put on the Arby's roast beef.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, best food. I mean, we already talked about buffalo wings. I don't know how you could go against it. I do love a good roast beef sandwich, with a little au jus on the side. But come on, I mean, it's wings. It's buffalo.
Yeah, no,
what
I
am I
agree.
known for? Yeah, that's what it is. So
If I had to look at it and say I don't know what beef on weck is, wings had to be there. So
well,
yeah,
I think it's interesting that Buffalo Wild Wings had weck in its name. They took it out for a reason, right?
yeah,
They kept all the buffalo stuff.
yeah, definitely.
So it's got to be buffalo.
Well, and I
wings.
think, talking about sports too, like sit down and have some wings, watch some sports. It's just
Yeah.
something about it.
Yep.
Okay, would you rather attend a Sabres game or a Bills game?
Well, my new hockey love is the Sabres. So I would love to see a Sabres game in the playoffs. I mean, like,
Yeah.
to me, the other thing is, like, with the football versus hockey, you're indoors for hockey.
Yeah, that's true.
Being up that far up north, I don't know. Maybe I'm a pansy with this, but I don't want to be outdoors watching some of those Bills games.
Yeah.
They get out their shovels and have to like shovel out the stadium to be able to sit in their seats. Nah, I'll go inside and watch the Sabres, man. So
Mhm.
I'm all in on the Sabres. I got my hoodie now.
Yeah.
I'm ready to roll.
Yeah, exactly. I haven't been to an NHL game that I actually remember. I've been to some minor league games, like those, and some college games, I guess, and those are a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So like I think hockey would be a lot of fun. So I'll agree with the Sabres because I'm now a Sabres fan.
Heck yeah.
So I got to go see my team. So I'm gonna go with the Sabres game. A Bills game would still be a ton of fun. The fans there, just something about that atmosphere. But
Maybe tailgate with the Bills and then go to the Sabres game.
Okay, I do like that.
That'd be a lot of fun.
That's perfect. Okay, and then which fan base deserves a championship more, the Bills or the Sabres?
Well, this one, I mean, yeah, both of them have obviously had kind of a rough stretch. I do think the Bills, though, just more from the rough time in the 90s, the 4 Super Bowl losses. I know the Sabres have been twice. 99 was a rough one for them. But I just think back to the heartbreaks for the Bills in the 90s. And, like, man, they got to get – I mean, the Sabres now are finally back in the playoffs. I feel like the Bills are like – they've been in the playoffs. They've got to the championship game. Now with Josh Allen there, like, you think, like, hey, we've got our franchise quarterback. But then, Mahomes is on the other side of some of those, and they lose. Joe Burrow, they just can't quite get there. And it's like, man, I feel like they just deserve one.
Yeah, no, there's something about being, like, so close and not quite winning it, which is why I'm going to say the Buffalo Bills as well. I just think getting to those 4 Super Bowls, making the playoffs all these times right now, the Sabres, like those fans, the fan base, I guess, just doesn't quite have that same taste of being in that game recently or being in the playoffs, being close, where the Bills do. So I think they've just been so passionate, and like those fans are so dedicated, even though they lost all the Super Bowls, they've been so close. They got to get one at some point.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I think if the Sabres, if they're able to go to the playoffs for several years now with this young core that they have, and then get close to winning a Stanley Cup and not win, then I think maybe it does start to turn a little bit towards them. But
I think it takes a lot.
Yeah, it does for sure.
Yeah. Okay, well then let's go on to our 2 minutes in the box. Who are you going to put in the box this week?
So I'm actually going to put the 3-point shot in the box because I think we talked a lot about like the game evolving and a 3-point shot and analytics and all these teams shooting threes. we talked about the Final Four and the championship game just a little bit ago, and I don't think the Final Four and really a lot of the NCAA tournament this year really focused a lot on 3-point shot. It was all old school basketball. It was getting down low. Like Illinois shot 3 of 17 from 3 in the Elite Eight and just pounded Iowa down low and won that game.
Yeah.
Same thing like with Michigan and Arizona. Like neither of those teams were great 3-point shooting teams. And Michigan didn't rely on that to get to the championship game, and they didn't have to rely on it in the championship game either. I think it was a lot of, again, underneath, inside play. Yes, they would, kick it out, hit a 3 when they needed to. Free throws matter. I mean, those guys hit all their free throws. So that was good to see. But I think the other reason I put it in here was the Grizzlies, the Memphis Grizzlies of the NBA, tied the record for most threes made. They had 29 in a game last week, but lost to the Cavaliers. And so that, again, hey, keep making all these threes and keep shooting them. But like, if that's not getting you over to win, it's not worth it. So I'm putting the 3-point shot in the box for.
No, I agree. And, kind of building off that March Madness NCAA tournament idea there, like it seemed like after the first couple rounds, it wasn't the 3 that was winning games. Like I think some of those, like early on, some of the mid-majors, some of the teams that barely made it, they did rely a little bit more on the 3. That's what some of those smaller schools do, is they have some smaller guys, some guards that go shoot. Especially like the High Point Wisconsin game. That was both those teams shoot a lot. Alabama eventually fell as another team that relies a ton on shooting. And so, like you said, to see these teams that play just a more physical style of basketball was, I think, a lot more fun to watch. And I think it says something that these other teams we're talking about in the first few rounds that relied on the 3 weren't the ones that made it to the end.
I think defense also was really key.
Huge.
For these teams.
The way Michigan plays defense is just incredible.
Crazy. I mean, they absolutely smother teams. And then so I talked about slowing the game down, like UConn really want to slow the game down. Michigan started putting full court pressure on them, sped the game up a little bit, and I think that's where they really started to build their lead. And you could tell, like, they're in control of this game right now. Like, they're not.
They were back. Even. I remember thinking with like a few minutes left that they should have just been like running possessions out, slowing the game back down, eating up the clock, and they still were going quick, because like that was what was working for them, and they wanted to finish the game out.
Yeah,
I just thought that was pretty telling.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah. All right, well, I'm going to put the NFL in the box. So the Department of Justice is actually investigating the NFL right now. I don't know if you've looked at this at all.
No.
But they are investigating the NFL for violating antitrust laws, basically. So all this talk we do about all the streaming services, now you got to buy all these different subscriptions and things. They're basically investigating the NFL for like kind of cornering the market, essentially, because, and I don't know, there'll be more and more details coming out, I think. I don't know if part of that has to do with the ESPN. They have a share in ESPN now.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing that has something to do with it, because people were like, what the heck?
Yeah.
When that happened. But I do think this is huge going forward, because it is something we've complained about, and how, costs are going up. You have to have so many different things to watch these games. And so it is looking into, and it is interesting.
So the Department of Justice is like investigating the NFL for antitrust, essentially?
Basically, yeah.
For like, wonder where that's all going to go.
I don't really know. And it might go nowhere.
Yeah.
There's a good chance it goes nowhere. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. It's interesting. And it's been getting some attention in the news. So we'll see. I don't know.
It would be nice if because I guess I could see this year, was it NBC and Peacock that the Super Bowl was on?
Something like that. Part of it's probably got to do with Sunday Ticket too.
Yeah.
The fact that prices on that have only gone up, and now there's the ads, and that's probably part of it too. We're like, oh, you got to buy this to watch the games if you're not, in network and all these.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I like it. I mean, I said for the NCAA Final Four, going on TBS, I still feel like some of these championship games should just be on local.
Yeah, exactly. For the viewer, it can only be good.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens, or if anything happens. But I don't think there's
we'll
really
keep
any
an eye on that.
downsides to that for viewers of the game. So
Definitely, yeah.
for sure, keep an eye on that. Maybe come back to it in a few weeks. As far as from the stands, I mean, I mentioned the one comment I got from TikTok. That was nice. Got to use that.
Yep.
And then we've got a nice surprise coming up from the
We do have
stands.
another one. Yeah. We have some listeners of the show or fans of the show that want to try to one up the gift that I've got here for the Buffalo Sabres and bring another one from the stands. So at some point here, we'll get that one out too.
Yeah, it'll be exciting. So stick around.
Yeah.
Watch out for that. We'll kind of announce, I think, when we're going to do it beforehand on social media, and we'll make sure we put it out there. But it's going to be a lot of fun.
That's going to be a fun one. Yeah.
One of these weeks where we don't have quite as much to talk about. We'll be focusing on our Sabres.
Yeah, we'll keep everybody kind of listening and guessing.
It'll be a good time.
It's a really fun one. I mean, it's
we'll put a whole episode around it.
Very historical.
It is
what it'll be. So yeah, we'll have a lot of history to talk about, and potentially another city to talk about there too. So that'll be fun.
Yeah. Okay, we'll go to extra innings. I kind of got a lot of just random things here. I don't know what you have.
Well, the Masters obviously is going on now.
Yeah.
We're filming a little later this week, just with our busy schedules this week. So that's going. Rory McIlroy is just on a tear right now. I think he's 12 under after 2 days.
Yeah, so the largest lead through 36 holes in Masters history.
Yeah.
6 strokes. Is previously 5. I think it was actually Scotty Scheffler that helped that. But
yeah,
McIlroy now at 6. So
it's almost crazy. Like, last year he won it and the pressure's off him now.
Maybe,
so he's just playing free. And I guess it'll be interesting to see, through the weekend, does he keep up this pace? And can he hold on to this huge lead that he has?
Yeah, I mean, he's got some breathing room now.
I mean, but he's already won it. There's no pressure on him to get the green jacket. He's already got one. So to me, I feel like he's just playing free. He's loose, and he's hitting everything that he can. So that'll be fun to watch over the weekend, and then we can give our comments on that here next week once that all finishes up. We talked a little bit about the transfer portal for college basketball opening up. So that's been few things. We talked about the guy from Tennessee going to Michigan. Oh gosh, what's the guy from Wisconsin?
Oh my gosh,
Blackwell. Thank you.
There you
is
go.
At Duke? Yes.
Is he for sure there? I heard that's where he was probably going. I don't know if that.
I think that is official. Is this legit? I never know. Sometimes you get got on these things. I don't know. I think it. 247 Sports, or is that legit? Anyways, I think he's at Duke. It's according to this article that I saw, and again, who knows on the internet what's real and not. But according to this, his nil package is worth upwards of $7 million, which is just insane. The other thing I thought about with all these nil things in Illinois, obviously had a big.
It's not official yet. I think that's where he's going.
I must have clicked on something that was not legit yet.
It's basically, it sounds like it's basically done. It's just not like announced yet. Because there's articles yesterday about how he's like the Duke lineup with John Blackwell, and then it says today he's down to 2 options. So I think he's going to Duke.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll see.
Might just be some negotiating going on there.
Yeah. But a lot happening in the portal. The interesting thing I was talking about was like the international players.
Purdue got a...
Did they get somebody?
Well, I guess that wasn't transfer. That was a recruit they're getting. But he's over 7 feet.
So, but I just think the overseas, not necessarily transfer portal, but you think about these guys at Illinois, and a lot of these guys would have played like professionally in Europe and then come over.
Buchtenjo with Nebraska, who entered the portal, he was playing professionally.
Yeah, but now they can make way more money here in the portal, and with nil. So why play in Europe and make, tens of thousands of dollars when you can make $1 million?
Yeah, exactly.
So I think that'll be kind of interesting, though, to see the landscape of college basketball.
It's interesting. And like Underwood, he said, he put an emphasis on getting some of these Eastern European guys.
Yeah.
And so it was a very different looking team, and it was successful. It worked.
So the next person I'm going to talk about is Michael Malone going to UNC.
Mm-hmm.
I think he was the coach.
He was a coach for
was it Serbia, or so one of the national teams, right?
Yes.
which I don't remember why
it
that
was
all
one of those
happened.
S's. Was it Serbia?
I think it was Serbia. So I do think that that's a little interesting that he's going to have a lot of connections there. And with the money, obviously UNC should have a pretty big bank account there to pull from. He should be able to get some pretty good recruits, I would think, from Europe. And then obviously he's going to draw quite a bit in the portal as well.
Oh,
so.
he was a consultant on the Serbian national team in 2020. I think because Jokic was there.
I thought for some reason he had something to do with
I did
coaching
too.
race.
I thought he did something,
But maybe he was just on the side with them. That could be too. But obviously, yeah, I'm sure he has a good connection with Jokic. And
yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of looking around. I thought too that he did something more than I don't know.
Yeah,
maybe it was, but still, like that connection with Serbia, I think will be huge.
Yep,
he's going to know a lot of great coaches there. So
yeah. So
and then what's Purdue done in the portal? I haven't even really seen. Have they done anything?
I haven't seen much.
They haven't really lost anybody either, though.
That's what I was just gonna say. I did see earlier, and I don't know if this is confirmed either, because who knows?
But it looks like everybody was coming back. I saw the same thing, so I think they're all coming back.
That's what it looked like. Everybody was coming back from their young core that they had. So C.J. Cox, Shakari Harris, Omer Meyer,
Daniel Jacobs.
Yep, Jacobson will be back.
Okay,
maybe he'll be another Edie.
Maybe.
But
like I said, there are a couple big guys coming too.
That's true. And then Jack Benner obviously is coming back too. And then we've got is it Ertl? What's the
Mr. Indiana?
Yeah,
it's something like that.
Zach Ertl. So he'll be there as well. So that'll be yeah. I'm looking forward to. I mean, it'll be a rebuild for him for sure after losing those seniors. But yeah, I'm excited for him.
Yeah, definitely. So in Nebraska, Butenville, I mentioned, entered the portal. I'm kind of guessing he won't be back, but he hasn't gone anywhere yet. So we'll see. Frager is back. There was talks he was going to Kansas, so I'm pretty excited about that.
He entered the portal and came back, right?
Yeah, I thought he was going to be gone. There was a lot of reports before it opened. He was leaving. He was gone for Kansas. I don't really know what the connection was there, but that was the talk. And I'm hoping that means Sanford's for sure coming back. He hasn't entered the portal, so I think he's fine. And then they grabbed Sam. I really wish I actually knew how to say this name. It's either Orm or Orme. Gosh. I don't know.
Oh, the guy from Belmont.
It's the guy from Belmont. So he shot 39.7 from three.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for that. That sounds fun.
Yep.
So all Missouri Valley Conference freshman team. And that's a huge pickup. He's young.
Yeah, he's good.
And he can shoot.
Belmont can score. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's 6'9". So, he's not a small guy either.
Yeah. He's from Indiana.
Yes. Carmel. So, I'm surprised actually Purdue didn't. Or Indiana. But, yeah, so that's exciting. I'm actually really excited for that. But we'll see what else they do. I'm just hoping they don't lose anybody else. It sounds like everybody else is staying. But you just never know.
Yeah, you never know. Exactly.
Okay, and then I've got a few. Wemby was suiting up tonight, which was huge. He was going to hit his 64 games?
65 is the
65. So he needed to play. I think either a couple or tonight was his last one to be eligible. So I think now he's going to be eligible for MVP and Defensive Player of the Year. He's both going to be a finalist for. Whether he wins MVP, we'll see. I think he should be Defensive Player of the Year for sure. And then MVP, I don't know. There's so many conversations to be had there. And then it's seeing who's all eligible. There are a couple games left. It's pretty much set, but we'll see. We'll see kind of what happens there. Dontavian Wicks was traded to the Eagles just a couple hours ago. Which is huge, more because of A.J. Brown. So he went to the Eagles for a 2026 fifth and a 2027 sixth. But, again, huge for... as we're kind of waiting for the A.J. Brown news that seems like it's for sure going to happen. They're going to wait till after June 1st so they don't eat up some of that money, dead cap. But that'll be interesting. So it sounds like, and I think it'll be obvious from the way they approach the draft, too. Now they've got Dontavian Wicks in there. That's a huge pickup to go along with oh my gosh, what's his name? Devontae Smith. But I think he's pretty much gone.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing. The draft in a few weeks will kind of dictate, I feel like, what they're going
Should
to
solidify it. But
do.
I think he's probably gone, and I think he's a Patriot. But I don't know.
I don't know either.
Patriot, or I could see him being a Raider.
Hmm?
It just seems like a move they might make where he could be looking to get paid again. I'm trying to think where else he's got like connections now, but Vrabel just makes a ton of sense. So
Yeah, he's been in the news a bit here lately. So
a little bit. We haven't really talked about that, and I don't know if we
No, I
want
don't
to.
really care
I don't
about
want
that.
to, but
Yeah, it's
maybe he'll
whatever.
get back in the news for something good. Otherwise, the Bulls won't stop winning. They beat the Wizards twice, unfortunately, which I kind of figured because the Wizards are terrible.
Wizards are
but I
bad.
wish the Bulls would stop winning. And the Cubs had Shota Imanaga throw 6 no-hit innings today and then somehow still lost. So that was awesome.
Oh, nice.
They pulled him after his 6 no-hit innings and lost 2-0. So that was fantastic.
Sounds like the Cubs.
Cubs are 6-7 right now after, I don't know. There's a lot of season left.
There is a lot of season left.
They'll be fine, but they do got to pick it up a little bit. The bullpen sucks losing Cade Horton. He's out for the whole season now, so that was a big starter that they lost there. And for a team who's supposed to be the second best team in the National League, just for the Dodgers, it's not looking so good right now.
Last in the division right now.
Fantastic.
Yep. So they're, like you said, 6-7. Tough division. I mean, like
It is.
it's tight, so it's not like it's
No, and it's the beginning of the season. It should be between the Cubs and the Brewers, I think, when it comes down to it. But we'll see. A lot of season left. I guess what's more worrying is it's not like they've really started off with a tough stretch of teams. So I don't know. Hopefully they'll figure it out
it's
here.
almost 150 more games to go.
No, I agree. But just throwing it out there.
Yeah.
And I actually had thought of something else at one point. And I don't remember what it was. So whatever. Hockey. We're getting close to the
Hockey playoffs, NBA playoffs, I think.
NBA, yeah, coming up.
Is it next week or the week after?
Yeah, pretty soon.
think,
I don't
yeah.
actually know. That's another one where like I don't have a dog in the fight anymore. I just want the Bulls to keep losing.
Yeah.
And then I can watch some good basketball.
It seems to me like, yeah, we finished March Madness and now the Masters and then
Playoffs.
yeah, it's like playoffs. And I don't remember, like, does the NFL draft come and then playoffs, or do the playoffs come in the middle of all that?
I think it's kind of in the middle because the draft happens after the playoffs start, but it's not like it's like early rounds where sometimes you don't.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's like sweeps. Stuff's not really close.
Yeah, that'll be happening soon.
The old play-in, Bulls favorite.
Lots more to talk about here.
Oh yeah. But yeah, I think that's about it. I think that's about all we've got. We'll kind of wrap up here. We went a little long, even though I said we were going to be short, so that's fine.
Yeah, lots of Buffalo facts we had to get through.
No, it
so.
was good. It was fun. Good time, and we'll keep coming back. Maybe we'll check in on our Sabres every week, see how they're doing.
Well, yeah.
For as long as they last, we'll have a little
yeah.
we'll check in on them every week.
They better be lasting a long time. I want to
Yes.
be invested
All the way
in
till
the Stanley
June.
Cup Playoffs for a long time here. So yeah,
Need something to watch.
I'm in
too. All right, well, that is going to do it for this drive on First and 4. If you liked today's conversation, make sure to follow, rate, and share the show. And we will be back next time breaking down the biggest stories and our generational opinions from the 4 major sports. Until then, we will see you for the next play.
First and 4.